Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Good evening, everyone. Good Thursday evening, I might add. Friday is around the corner.
Hi, Anthony in California.
Hey, Anthony in California. How's it going over there? Hope it's going okay.
And hello to everybody. Of course, welcome everybody.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to sunny.
And look who's come just in the nick of time. Yeah, feel free. I just started shuffling. Take my space. No problem. That must mean Kara must be lurking about.
It's a fabulous Thursday evening here near Detroit, Michigan. The temperatures got up to upper 80s, I think. Yeah.
85, I think, today. Which is a little warm for this time of year. We went from a little cold to a little warm.
That's Michigan.
But Anthony knows. Anyway.
I'm sorry to hear that, Violet.
Oh. Yes, I am sorry to hear that.
Well, just as a reminder, or no, not as a reminder, but we haven't been here since Sunday, so on Monday I was at work, and we had an incident, and we had to call the police because somebody was abusing somebody else, and it was kind of serious, I guess. So somebody ended up going to jail, is what we heard, and somebody else went to the hospital. So.
By the way, what Mr. O is about to pick for us is the card for the collective, the Oracle of the Seven
Oh, look
Energies.
at that. It's backwards.
It is.
Yeah, let me do something about that.
Whoops. That's funny. We can fix that. Meanwhile, Sunny just lays here and says, "Take your time, I'm sitting here."
Nope, wrong one.
Uh-oh.
Mr. O doesn't know.
Hey, I like that. It's like we're doing it from the ceiling today.
Oh, even better. Huh?
Oh, now Fred X. Okay. So I'm sorry. Well, hey, Gina. Good to see you.
Hi, Gina.
Well, Violet Lotus, I was expecting the Empath Oracle, which was supposed to come out on May 8th, according to Amazon.
Okay, we got it.
I had it pre-ordered for a while, and they actually acted like it was going to arrive on Wednesday, and then they said, no, we'll give you a new ship date when it's available. And I'm like, what?
Gotta love that Mercury retrograde.
Right. So Mercury retrograde. Anyway.
Okay, so we're doing the card. And this was corrected, just in case you're wondering.
There it is. The Oracle of Seven Energies.
I may still be backwards, but our camera isn't.
All right, what you got?
Ooh. And it is so the Royal You. I mean
you. I don't know why, but I think somebody got that before here, like Gina or somebody else. Or maybe I read it for the collective. It's number 16. I like this one.
It's going to be one of those days.
Well, you know, the key concepts for the Royal You is sovereignty, responsibility, self-confidence, self-rule, ownership of your feelings and actions, a quiet sense of empowerment, being self-aware, not allowing outside influences out of alignment with your truth. Do you know what it means to express personal sovereignty in your life? It's about how you hold to your inner sense of worth and integrity, secure in your belief that you have a unique purpose. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are and that nothing outside you can challenge your authentic self. The hard-won seat of awareness that you have earned. You are the ruler of your mind, and you're being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It is important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you challenge, can you speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety? Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereigns know when to plan their battles, so stay out of unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth. That is the mark of a true sovereign, Mr. O.
And you know what? I want to be a true sovereign too.
He wants to be king for the day.
No, I want to decree no more Mercury retrograde. Thou shalt be banned.
Well,
okay. How'd that go?
Okay. I mean, I'm all in on that with the way things have been going around here. But, I think that this talk speaks to us about integrity, leading with integrity, authenticity. These are things that I like to hammer home a lot, and I don't think we see enough of today. Our leaders lack a lot of this, and we really need to, really think about the people that we elect to office on each side of the equation, on any side of the equation. These people are to lead us, and we want people who are going to be authentic and make decisions that make sense for everyone, not just the few. That's what I have for everybody. I got a little political there, but these are the times we're in.
All right, so today I have brought my Uncommon Tarot, and that's the Ace of Pentacles from that. I've also brought the Tarot of the Mermaids. Haven't used that in a while. That's the Five of Cups.
Okay.
I love those.
Oh yeah, I should be.
pastels.
Well, come June, July, I'll be bringing out my mermaid deck. Yep.
And then from my Nefertari, I have the Ace of Swords.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay.
I only use 3.
I have the Fuatsa Oracle here again by MJ Kuning. This is the 9 of Fire, the 9 of Wands in that beautiful haunting deck. Love it. Also, I've got the Shadowscapes Tarot. This is the Ace of Swords in that deck.
Kind of like an echo in here. I just pulled an Ace of Swords from one of them.
Oh, well. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll pull another. No, we've got the 7 of Cups in the tarot at the end of the rainbow.
That would mean you would have to remember what I had actually pulled, though.
Hush, hush, Mr. O. Hush, hush. And then we have the
Keeping
Mystic
it real.
Fairy Tarot. You're throwing me off my game, and there's a sad 3 of Swords in that deck. And we will be using the Lenormand tiles today. Hope everybody is doing okay.
So that sounds typically like Mercury retrograde, Violet.
I had a dentist appointment during the Mercury retrograde today, but all went well. I like my dentist a lot.
She didn't get delivery of something.
I know. I talked about Amazon for that reason. Because I'm not getting delivery either, and I don't even know when it's going to be available now. I'll bet it's available on Llewellyn already, though. Anyway, little shenanigans
That's
there.
right, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did, actually. I got to write Gina down on the list. I think that's all I missed. I think we're good to go. It might be a short night. We'll see how it goes. All right, Acel is first. Why don't we just get the ball rolling?
Absolutely.
Do we have any announcements to make, though? Oh, yeah, we do. Hey! Doesn't everybody want a TFT doll? Don't you want one of your very own little mascots here to remember us by when we go sailing away into the sunset someday? It's adorable. It's made by Opal Luna of Fiber Magic. And we're so excited about it that you can get involved in the raffle by just responding on this page in the, not in the chat, in the other section, make a comment and say, I want in on the drawing, and we will include you. And the drawing is going to be Sunday. We'll also have an opportunity for Twitter people to get on board. Tomorrow I'll be putting out a tweet about that, and we'll have a drawing on our live stream.
Okay, so Estelle has asked any message about future husband.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the Mermaid Tarot for that.
Sonny, you're so adorable.
He is.
And you're shedding. Well, it's
He is
warm in
that
here
too.
today. They definitely need a brushing on my agenda. So tomorrow's Friday the 13th. What should we do, Mr. O? We should go to
Well,
that
we have
magical store.
Oh, I was going to say, we have a black cat. What more do we need?
It's true.
But that store has a black cat, too.
Yes, a real tiny one.
Adorable little
Oh, it's so
tiny
cute.
black cat. He almost danced with her.
Yeah.
He got up on his legs and kind of moved around
The
while you
cat
were trying to pet him.
I'm a cat whisperer. What can I say?
But it's a neat little store in a nearby community, and they sell candles and metaphysical supplies, tarot cards.
And decks and crystals. And do readings there, I guess, too.
Spiritualist.
All right, Mr. O.
Okay, a cell.
Future husband.
Any
Let's see what we got.
message? So we have our first card is the Chariot reversed. I need to move up. There we go. And then I have the Ace of Cups, Ace of Chalices. Hi, Angel.
Hey, Angel Rivera. Good evening to you.
And then I have the reversed Six of Pentacles. Well, it's an interesting set here.
Well, yeah, I'm. If this is a future husband, I will say that they may have a little bit of issues managing their finances and money and resources, or maybe getting settled. Maybe finding a place they really feel good about working. I don't know why this is coming up pretty strongly to me here.
Well, it's possible, too, that they really, at least at this point in time, not necessarily when you actually are getting together, they have some issues with getting ahead. It could just be drive or motivation, or it could just be some circumstances that they're not fully able to engage or take the reins of their own direction. There may be some things holding them back, perhaps. It could be that.
I think there's something positive to be said for this
Sure.
with Sal. I feel like maybe the driving force in their life is not necessarily about money and material goods. Or it may be, the fact that it just doesn't, that's what matters to them. Love and true heartfelt feelings.
Right. This is a person who probably, in their own way, is waiting to start the adventure of love or the travel, the journey of a relationship, and everything that would imply. They're probably somebody who is, in fact, marriage-minded. They probably are of a loving nature. And maybe, too, they're at a point now where they feel like they really need to begin this in earnest. But at the same time, they may realize that they're not invested in the ways of the world to a certain degree to be able to offer a marriage to somebody. They may feel that maybe they have not achieved success on certain levels. So they may be aware of themselves as, still trying to make it, but they're a kind person.
Yes, I wonder here too if what this means to me is So I'm going to disagree with you just slightly on something you said, because when I see that Ace of Cups there, I wonder if this is actually where they're going to be at the time a relationship begins with them. Not necessarily marriage,
that's a good point.
but when a relationship begins. You may find them a little bit scattered, a little bit not materially with it, but again, their mind is on love and romance, and it's possible too that they have a very creative nature. They may be somebody who's involved more with the arts than industry.
Right. It's not emphasizing their success in monetary ways necessarily, but that doesn't preclude that they have some real fine culture or aesthetics about them that would lead towards, mastery in some other field.
Right. So it seems like, there's no red flags here with this person. None, really. Just a little bit of inertia and a lack of motivation where financial matters are concerned. But I love the fact that the Ace of Cups is here, because that's got a little aura of romance there, Estelle. I think you will really like this person a lot.
All right.
How ironic you get that when we have the Chariot reversed.
It's true.
It's kind of funny. Well, we'll try to make... Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Suddenly it's making more sense.
I drew the Rider, which in its own way is similar to the Chariot, perhaps. And then Banshee drew the Mountain. Well, it looks like the Rider was already on his way up the mountain.
That's true, going up a steep path there in a way. But, it looks as though this person definitely has some issues in getting, if not getting moving, working through some of the obstacles. It's possible that this person just may need a little bit more, not inspiration, but people to give them, to give them support. And let them know that they can do it. Encouragement. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. They may need some encouragement to get some drive and motivation in their lives. I feel most of this stuff, though, Estelle, is relating to material matters.
Right. This just may be that they're really kind of like from their own personality point of view and or their own background point of view, that you might feel that they're really like an unlikely suitor to you, because they do seem to have an entanglement or a direction that maybe is keeping them towards his path, but not very successfully or not in earnest. So it may be a little bit of a mixed bag. It may be that they're still working out some of their ambitions and they haven't really settled on the course of their life yet, at least at this point in time.
Right. So it may take a little time for them to mature in this regard. Remember, Estelle, this is only a snapshot in time. This is what the cards see right now. This person may grow and develop a little bit more, but I do have a sense what they're saying right now is that it looks like at the start of when you meet them. I don't think this is when you're married. They may just be a little bit unsettled in their life financially. So otherwise, looking good.
And I think we can do that.
What?
With Ramandeep.
Well,
and we have the time probably. It's back up.
Same question like a cell. Okay.
No, above that.
For Angel Mary. I know, I'm talking about Ramandeep. Ramandeep, let's see how it goes. And it depends on the questions, I guess, too. We'll see. We're trying... For now, we're good, but we got to think someday if we get a lot of more people on our streams, it might be harder to accommodate that. So today might be a little easier than, say, on a Sunday. But we'll see how it goes. So, all right, I'm just mixing these up. Okay. All right, so we've got
You're welcome,
the same question for Angel Mary. Let's
go
ahead.
Future husband. Okay, so do you want to use your deck?
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to use... Let's use this dreamy one. All right. Matches the tablecloth.
And for those who are interested in relationships, you can always check out my show on Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. I do a 2-card reading for each sign of the zodiac. The first card tells you what your good vibration is, what kind of things are working for you. And the second card is the bad trip, the things that maybe are not working for you.
Bad trip.
And you may want to avoid. You know, it's the 60s forever. Good vibrations.
True that.
And of course, it's a pre-recorded, so you can watch it whenever. So check it out. All right. Same question.
A reminder for people who come to our happy hour. It's going to be at 4 p.m. this week, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're making this shift because Mr. O works in the morning. All right. Let's see what we have for Angel Mary. Oh my gosh.
So we have the Two of Cups.
Boy, Estelle has the Ace of Cups and
You
Angel
get the
Mary's got the 2. And then we have another 2.
And it's the Two of Swords.
Boy, that's a deja vu.
In a way.
In a way, but that's for us to know and you to find out when you look at our card of the day for tomorrow. Okay.
Well, I was going to say something about my card of the day on Thoughts from Thought Thursday.
Oh, was that one too?
It was one of the cards that we already have today.
Okay, all right. Well, this is the 5 of Wands reversed. So, some interesting stuff here. What was that other card again? The middle?
The Two of Swords?
Yes, the 2 twos. 2 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. All right, well, what can I say about this? I feel that the 2 of Cups may indicate to me about your future husband, Angel Mary, that this may be love at first sight. This just may be an instant kind of connection to me. I just feel that really strongly with that card. The 2 of Swords, however, indicates to me that maybe somebody's going to be a little bit slow in deciding. I'm guessing here to tie the knot.
Well, I sort of see a gestalt between the 3 cards, and I actually feel that, yes, there's something that says you're perfectly suited to each other, and you know that literally from the beginning. And then the other idea, the gestalt mostly between the 2 of Swords and then that 5 of Wands says, and you'll really be a team together. So it's not just your hearts are in beat together, but it seems like your hands work together, your minds work together. Maybe this won't be totally apparent from the beginning. It may take a little bit of work, a little bit of trying to see that, get beyond that, because maybe you'll want to be cautious because you won't believe it could be true that something seems that perfect. But I think that's what describes your future husband.
Well, I still feel there might be a delay in tying the knot, but I see what he's saying here. I do sense that because you're so compatible, you are going to be able to, like, okay, the 2 of Wands is like, or Swords is like thinking about important decisions or moves that need to be made and stuff like that. And I sense here what Mr. O is saying, that you guys know how to work together instead of like jockeying with each other to solve, you know, your problems and come up with solutions and what moves you need to make. I like that. So I think
it's like no games, you know. It's just like everything's on the table with your hearts as well as your other intentions.
This sounds like a very compatible relationship to me. I want to see what the Lenormand says, because I'm still thinking, like, you might have a long courtship. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but I'm feeling
Right, just because we're seeing these qualities doesn't mean that they're showing up in a month or even in a year.
Well, you know? What I'm saying, too, is, though, when you meet this person, you might have a long courtship. I'm not sure I see a time when this is going to happen at all, but is it going to be destiny?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I have the modifier.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so the first one is the stars, and then I drew next the cross. I'm just saying this is maybe saying Lenormand is saying, don't give up hope. Don't go sour on hope. It may take longer than you're feeling buoyed by the positive message, but maybe this is just really going to take a while for it to manifest.
Right.
But it
I
will
feel
be
that you
good.
should take, the cross can be a card of grief or delay or prolonged like waiting or agony, but it's modified by the star, and the star is all about hope. And so I feel here that Mr. O probably has this pegged that you should not give up and abandon hope, that somebody is out there for you. I feel that this very strongly says this here, that this person is going to be worth the wait and worth the grief and the kind of feelings of, oh, this is never going to come to be. Abandon that thought, because I believe somebody is out there. This person, this Two of Cups.
All right, Angel Mary.
Good luck with that.
Best wishes.
Nice reading so far.
Yeah.
Some of the love readings we had to give last show were not that happy. Hey, Anthony, you can tell us what's going on now. I hope things have been going well over there. General reading for the week ahead. You start your job this week. Oh, awesome.
Very awesome. Well, I'm going to use the Uncommon Tarot. It's a relatively new tarot that I have. So
Sonny
let's see.
is sacked out here.
Oh, I bet you
Oh,
are.
I bet. Yeah, having to move and everything. Oh, you got a new apartment. That's awesome. Well, it sounds like, at least you have time to settle in. Did you just get there? Hopefully, you've had a little time to settle in. Get your bearings.
Other things like, did you have to move a pet with you or more pets, things like that? Those things all take a little time. Just getting situated.
Mr. O.
Okay, Anthony, your first card is the reversed, Ace of Wands.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't like to see that, but not to worry. I have a feeling about that.
Okay, we have the reverse Three of Coins. And then there's the Nine of Coins. And it's upright.
Well, you know what? It's all going to be a little bit stressful, let's say, because you're
Sure.
getting used to new people. I feel this is just typical of starting a new job. A lot of times it's happy. Maybe your first day might be really good as you meet new people and stuff. But, the Ace of Wands is saying there's some delays. There's some delayed, maybe there's just some delays in acclimating to the environment. I see the Three of Pentacles is reversed here. And, that often is about teamwork and how you fit in with the team, or if the team is gelling together and working right. I just think it's going to take a little bit of time for you to, to acclimate to everything going on there. So it's no wonder to me that these two cards are reversed in a way, because this is all going to be, even if you know the work, even if you're comfortable with everything generally, it's the newness, it's going to be a little bit stressful in the beginning. But I feel here I'm going to let you go. I'm sorry, I want to get through them all.
Oh, okay. Well, no big deal.
I wanted to get through the 9.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I feel here with that 9 of Coins upright that this is going to turn out just fine. You're going to feel more comfortable. You asked about this week. And so I feel like by week's end, you're going to start to at least feel a little more comfortable there, and maybe a little bit more secure than when you were starting.
I wonder if they might have had an itinerary for you in your first week, an agenda of sorts, and that maybe part of it was how you were going to meet up with other people that work with you, potential teammates or something like that. That's that card there. And so like maybe somebody's not available, maybe somebody is still not quite in place yet, or in general certain things maybe aren't in place for the itinerary to work out as expected. So it's going to be kind of just rolling along. Like there's a best of intentions. It's very much on the business sense. That's the wands there. But it just may be that there's a few things that didn't quite schedule or click correctly. So it's just a slight amount of dis-ease is what I'm feeling. Like maybe some opportunities are slightly delayed. You were supposed to meet somebody, but they're not here this week because of reason X, Y, or Z. You know, things like that. But I mostly agree with Banshee. By the week's end, though, you'll have felt that sense of being acclimated, knowing who the important people are and what your basic parameters are.
You know, and I needn't remind you, or maybe I should, that Mercury is retrograde right now. And so it's affecting communication. It could cause delays or different mishaps with procedures and stuff, missteps. So, you know, just be mindful of that, you know, it's not, you know, this is a kind of a, you know, we can't stop life just because Mercury goes retrograde, I always say. But we have to kind of roll with it. So there might be a little bit chunks in the wheel today, whether it's astrologically or it's just because, like I said, you have to acclimate, and it's always a little bit nerve-wracking.
All right.
Let's get the Lenormand and see what that can add. Oh, wow. 13-pound miniature pincher.
Ah. Cute. So I have drawn the garden. That's our first card.
It's a repeat already.
And Banshee drew the stars. So there are stars in the garden.
Go in the garden at night and look at the stars. No. You know what this means is that I think you are going to shine with others this week, ultimately. They're going to think a lot about you. You know, you may feel nervous at first. You might make some missteps or whatever. There may be some miscommunications, but ultimately the garden can be a couple of things. I could say maybe it's not so much about work. It could be about pleasure. You know, that you're going to start to meet new people, and you're going to feel like your social life is going to be pretty good there. That's one hand. But on the other hand, if it's relating to the question at hand about work, I would say that it just indicates that, you know, people are going to think highly of you. You know, they're going to have a lot of hope for you there. And you also likewise are going to feel very good about the people you work with.
Well, as a general reading, the tarot cards themselves could be applied to other situations. I mean, this could just be applied to the idea about how you might begin engaging in the environment of your home life and or meeting new people or social situations, but ultimately you still win out the week feeling comfortable about what you've done. So then this is stellar, really, to make a pun there, but I think the stars in the garden really does have that emphasis of you having something important going on as you're displaying yourself. Like you're just really popular. You're standing
There's
out.
something going on with the volume, and I see it. It's going on and off in a very weird fashion there.
Is
Angel
it too loud?
pointed it out. He says it goes up and down.
I can't imagine why that would be. I know sometimes I lean in more.
Well, but it's... Yeah, do you see how the light is going off even when I'm talking? It turns red.
That means that the volume's up too high. Is it too high of a volume? Once in a while it does get accidentally turned up. It might have, you know, in handling. I move the equipment around the house for different shoots. Let me see what I can do with that.
Yeah, hang on a minute. We're going to adjust. But that's what we have for you, Anthony. It's looking pretty good, really. Okay, Angel says it's okay now. But it's funny because I noticed that. I never noticed the red come on like that before.
I'll be right back if you want to get started or follow up.
Oh, okay. But that's what we have for you, Anthony. Good luck with that. It sounds exciting. It just does. It's Spirit. It's Mercury retrograde, buddy. It seems like here while Mr. O's getting fluid, we give Mercury retrograde a bad rap. Well, I get tired of all the computer problems that always seem to happen to us during the retrogrades. But, there are positives to the retrograde. This is a time to slow down and really start using, going internal a little bit and not be so busy all the time. This is a time to just take it easy. I saw somebody who said this on Twitter, and it made such perfect sense to me, that, hey, we get this 3 times a year. It's like the universe telling us, take a break. Take time to breathe a little. Don't be, these chatterboxes and trying to get all this stuff done. Slow down.
So Violet says it's only when this happens, and I saw that a little bit.
Oh, and we're on this certain...
I don't know why it would be that. It's the same mic. Nothing really changes. I can't imagine why it would do that.
So it's on that one screen.
Well, that's what Violet's thought.
You might be right.
Huh, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not sure why that would be. I have no idea what would cause that, because it's the same microphone. It's something to do with the software, I guess. I'll have to talk to you-know-who about that.
Well, we do have him assuring us he's going to help us with some of the issues we're having. We're not sure we're going to be able to solve all of them.
Yes, he is, because I just buttered his bread by doing, finally, the unboxing of the Monster Hunter Tarot. It's on our YouTube channel. You can see it right now. Our son, Monster Hunter, also plays a game called Monster Hunter. It's kind of an inspiration.
Hunting monsters.
But it's a video game from Japan that's been very popular for a number of years. He's been an avid player for years and years. He bought a special Major Arcana, 22 cards only, of the cards done in the style of the Monster Hunter series. It's kind of a manga, anime thing. So I did that, and he liked it. He left me a little comment. So check it out.
Check it out on our channel.
Yes, you did, Kara. I saw you left a comment about that.
Okay, so, is Kara here? When did Kara get here? Kara.
Yes, she saw that shadow was a little bit bad, and I had to cut some of that out. Now you see her, now you don't.
All right. Well, at any rate, I know it's Ramandeep's turn.
That's right. Okay, so Ramandeep...
So question 1, did your sister go into my email? She was talking to my dad on the phone.
Sounds like a straight up yes or no.
You know what? That's a straight up yes-no question.
Let's do it.
Let's see what that is. So maybe we can indeed do the other one, Ramandeep. So let's do that. Let's see what the cards say.
All right. So at least that gives me something to go by. I don't know why it would do it just on that screen. For example, it doesn't seem to do it on this screen.
Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that.
I saw it first.
Saw what first? My blue?
The blue, yes, that's right.
Did you say I looked really great?
No, I didn't.
You did not.
But you know you do.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're psychic, so you know you do.
So bad. All right, wasn't it your... It's mine?
I thought I used the uncommon with Anthony's reading.
I guess you did.
All
right. Let's use the Fluxa.
Okay, thanks for the clarification. It gives me something I can possibly work on.
Psycho. Well, everything's been a little rocky computer-wise here lately. First day of Mercury retrograde, I lose internet, and I mean, it really went down, but it was a full 25 minutes, I think, something like that, and I have no understanding why. Plus, I got messages that I'd never seen before about it, and I'm like, it said something about contacting my service provider, and I'm like, really? But it mysteriously came back up again. And that was like, after 10 at night that happened. So I don't think it was anybody working outside on the lines, but I don't know. The whole world is rocky. Rocky and rolling.
I love that song, Kara. It has a great resonance.
Psycho Killer, that's one of my favorite songs. I've always loved that song too, yes. It's not much of Talking Heads I didn't like, though.
We saw them a couple times, right?
Oh, yeah.
Twice at least?
At least twice. I keep thinking there might have been a third, but I'm not
I forgot. I'm not sure why. Okay, do you want to count?
I shall.
And at one time, I thought the balcony was going to fall down. People were rocking so hard. Remember?
Yeah. These are big cards, that's why. Huh.
Well.
Yeah, but it's leaning towards no.
It's leaning towards no on that first question. There's only one ace.
It is a little mysterious to me.
Because there is a moon reversed. And there's the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords.
And all of that is a little bit suspect to me, because the Queen of Air, being an air sign, she's very communicative. She's inquisitive. I feel that the moon reversed indicates that something will be revealed. I wonder here, though, there's positives to these. I mean, these are generally positive cards, at least the Queen of Air is. So I wonder, Ramandeep, if you're going to find out that, if she says she didn't do it, that it will be revealed that she did not.
Yeah, it's also possible in my mind, just as an intuitive, that maybe she has another way of figuring out what's going on in the emails.
Or the phone, yeah, right.
Or the communications. I'm not saying she's psychic or anything, but she just might have some ability to figure things out. Or you will find out that she just does know more for whatever reasons. Maybe it's, like I said, it's not about the email, but somehow she does seem to know more than she should, and she's possibly able to, use that to her advantage.
I think we'll do a Lenormand on this, because I want a little more detail. I have to say that this is not a definite no. It's leaning towards no. So the possibility exists that she could have done it. She feels like she was justified in, and if she did, Ramandeep, it's indicating to me that she feels like she was justified in doing this in some way. And I think one way or another, something is going to be revealed about this where you will find out more certainly what happened here. I'm going to say it's leaning towards no for the reasons we first said, but I can't rule the second part out here. It's just one of those things where it's very unclear, but we're going to see right now if this can add anything else to it. Oh.
Not good?
Well, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So, there's her in the letter. I mean, this definitely ties into the reading. It's leaning towards no, but I have to say that I feel there's a very likelihood that it could have happened.
Is there any way possible that somebody else did it and somehow got the information to her, or that she had some sort of proxy at work?
Yeah, I know. That might be possible too, that she is getting this second hand somehow. but I can't rule it out.
Yeah, we can't rule it out.
I would just hope that, we've given you some information for you to think about here. I really feel that whatever she did, whether she didn't do it or whether she did do it, oh my goodness, she really feels justified in doing this somehow.
Yeah, she feels like she's in control.
That doesn't mean she was right, but it's how she feels.
Yeah. Okay, second question.
Yeah, what's your second question? I'm so sorry, Ron.
I would hate her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I hope she didn't either, but I have a feeling this is all going to come out one way or another. You have the moon reversed there, and it's sort of, when that's reversed, it kind of indicates that things that are hidden from you are finally see the light of day, so you know what happened. So I hope that you finally find out.
It just doesn't feel very good, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's straight up. Should I use my mermaid tarot?
Do we want to? Let's do 3 on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you want to do a yes no on that, or?
Okay. Well, if it's vague enough, we'll go back and do a yes.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Okay. Well, that yes no we just did was pretty vague, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it is, though.
Exactly.
Lenormand kind of cleared it up there.
That was crazy. Boy, talk about getting 2 tiles that perfectly fit the question, though. Because it does look like she looked at.
You know what was really funny was I felt like another one was coming into my fingers, and then all of a sudden that one did, and I said, "Got it," and there it was.
Yeah. Well, that was definitely his sister.
And Saturday will be another happy hour.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Hopefully that's not too loud. I noticed the red lights were charging up there. Not at 10 a.m. like it says there, 4 p.m. So, of course, we'll have to make sure you understand that. We are back on Sunday, of course, later on, 2 to 4 p.m. All right.
All right, Mr. O. Ready with your mermaids?
No, we're going to do a 3-card regular reading, and then if we think we need to do a yes or no, we will.
Yeah.
All right, so the first card is the Hanged One, upside down, reversed.
Reversed.
Then there's the Knight of Swords, upright. And then there's a Knave of Swords, that's like the page. Sometimes call it the princess, but more often the page. And that's also upright.
Well, nothing here feels overtly romantic to me.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that they may be trying to make them... They may have somebody in mind, but they can't decide on what they want to do.
Well, they may feel, too, that there's no way they can get there. That's the Hanged One upside down. They may feel that they can't really make changes or do certain things in a way that might alter that. They sort of feel like it's unavailable for some reason or something like that.
The only other thing I'm wondering is if maybe they are, making a decision to date other people. When I see the Hanged Man reversed, I'm almost thinking maybe they're getting back into circulation again, getting down off that tree.
Well, do you want to try and throw the aces real quick on this one?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we're going to do the same one again.
So actually you're getting 3, but we went really fast with that one because it wasn't very clear. Maybe the yes-no can shed a little more light.
So we are asking if the fellow who is Cancer is committed to anyone else.
At this time.
At this time.
Sometimes the cards just don't want to tell us.
It's true.
I mean, the only thing I could have really thought to say there, since it was two people cards, is maybe they are, but it wasn't really clear.
No, it didn't feel that way.
There's one.
It's leaning towards yes. It is possible. It is possible that they are committed to someone, but there is the Tower, and I wonder if maybe there's something rocky going on there, or if this is a person who is not necessarily truthful in all their ways. Maybe they're, I get a not great feeling about a person when I ask that kind of question. Normally I might feel something different, but in the context of the question, I wonder if maybe there is something else going on that's disastrous to them and maybe they don't realize it. Like maybe
Hey,
they are.
Mr. M, we'll add you.
Hi, Mr. Maurice.
Well, what I have to say about this is that it's interesting to me because I wondered when I saw the two sword cards, Ramen Deep, in the first reading, if they were involved in a divorce right now, possibly, or some kind of breakup. I almost thought of something legal going on. Now I see the Tower in this reading, meaning that they are committed to something, but something might be breaking down. Something might be breaking down right now. So I think they might have something not going well in a relationship right now. But
right, it's what it feels like. So they may not be accessible, but they may not be exactly available. It's weird, like they're just working out maybe because it sort of relieves tension with whatever's going on.
Well, people work out regardless, but
True.
yeah, so.
But you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
So that's what we have?
I hope this helped you. That's what we have, Ramen Deep. You know what, let's do a quick Lenormand on this one. I just want to see what we get here. It'll be interesting to see what you get. Well, totally opposites, but again, I feel right now that they are kind of tied down. The anchor is here. They're getting out, it looks like, maybe. Maybe the fact is that, boy, I don't want to say this, but I can't help but wonder if they're tied in a relationship, yet maybe they've been caught playing around.
Yeah.
You're the one who said that they didn't seem kind of upright. So now I'm wondering.
Right, so just a note, it may or may not actually be true, but it's something we feel there that maybe, they're flirtatious without being flirtatious because maybe...
Which may have gotten them in trouble with the relationship they're in.
I would say that they're probably committed and they're probably more complicated than you would want to handle right now.
Yeah. But, keep your eyes on them. You never know. Like I said, the tarot is a snapshot in time. So, that's what we have here, Ramen Deep. Hey, Gina, you are up, I think. I hope I got that right. Yes. One card from whatever deck is available. Namaste deck would be awesome. Well, you know what? It's not far away, Gina. I'm going to get it. I almost used it today. I was almost going to use it, but that Oracle of the Seven Energies called to me.
And I'm sorry I put on the card only view, but it's a great one when I don't want to show either of us standing up or moving around. So that's why I actually do that. You're welcome.
All right, Mr. O, I'm going to let you shuffle and cut them. Let's take one from the top and one from the bottom. Hey, Libra. Good to see you. You're the Namaste Queen. like that. Go ahead and shuffle and then cut them 3 times.
Someone's got to be. Cut.
Yes.
The cut's cut.
The Sunman has left the
He didn't go very
area.
far. He's actually paddling his way back over here.
Well, what a beautiful picture this is, Gina. What's going on that we don't know about here?
Mississippi Queen.
Do you see those entwined trees? Little heart on it there, I believe. 2
Aw.
hearts. And what does it say?
I'll let you read it.
A blessing in relationship.
Hello, Sunman.
Well, a current relationship is reflecting something
Sit
that
down.
is wounded inside you. A wound from long ago, perhaps even from a past life. Look within, find the part of you that is wounded, and send it love. All will heal, and you will be stronger and wiser for it. Well, this is really interesting. I definitely want to check out the next card before I say anything.
I saw Leslie Weston Mountain 2 times at least. Nantucket sleigh ride and all that.
Put it in front of the camera. Sunny is stopping me completely.
What is it, man?
And here, I'll take that. That is the blessing of endless possibility. Allow your inner child to be the master for a while, and don't take things too seriously. Have fun and explore the world of endless possibility. Something wonderful is created through imagination and innocence. So what could be the combined message between these? I think you can heal from this past relationship by just thinking about endless possibilities. Possibilities are endless. I feel that too, this current relationship, could it be maybe something that was put on hold? That, maybe something that happened a long time ago and has been put on hold? And why is it resurfacing now? It is saying that you will heal from this and be stronger and wiser for it. So it's pretty interesting to me. Allow your inner child to be master for a while and don't take it all so seriously. Just have fun. Whoa. And explore every possibility around you.
Right. I can't really add a lot to that. It could also be saying, too, that maybe there's something about relationships that could be a different kind of look at them, like just sort of looking at them from a different kind of perspective, not the one you're used to.
Well, and, you bring up a good point, Gina. This could just be indicating, if not relating to a relationship at this time, this could be a relationship to the self, and that maybe it's time to not take life seriously, to just have a blast. And it's interesting that you got this. Boy, this is so, I don't know. My cards of the day for tomorrow are coming up in unusual ways. But one of the cards tomorrow, the Oracle card that I've drawn, speaks about the imagination. And that's what's brought up in this endless possibility card. So pay attention to that Oracle tomorrow too when you see it, Gina. There may be a message for you in there as well. But don't take things too seriously. Don't be like me. Wait a minute. Do I take things seriously? Not so much.
Shadowscapes.
You're ready to have a blast. Just don't blow up. Make it a spectacular fireworks display.
You're very welcome.
All right, Angel Rivera.
A card
General
from the
read
Shadowscapes.
for the week ahead. Yep, May term starts next week. Shadowscapes, sure. It really is a beautiful deck. Where'd it go?
Aw, that's nice. Tell him we think about him too.
I should probably write to him. Hey, he's going to have a birthday in the next month or two.
July?
You better come back
July
for
or
his
August?
birthday reading.
He's a Leo.
Yes. Well, it's May already. June, July, 2 months away. Miss Mr. KC.
He livens up the show. But so does everyone else.
So it's not enough that Sonny's got to take away my entire shuffle space. He's got to throw his tail onto this table and stop me from shuffling the cards.
Oh no!
Oh, really?
Well.
That would be so cool. Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
That would be awesome. What did... Oh, never mind. I think it's great.
We hope to have some good news on that soon. Oberon and Banshee go on the road.
Uh-oh, Angel. The first card I drew, the Sun, reversed.
Why so glum, chum?
Well, and then we have the Hanged Man upright, another major arcana card.
Interesting. I like that delicate quality of the shadowscapes. Uh-oh.
And then it's the Ace of Wands, reversed. Oh, man. All right, so it might get off to a kind of rocky start. I'm using that word a lot today. You know, there's just some, I don't know, the Sun is just, there's some pessimism or just some gloominess regarding the beginning of this semester. I don't know if it has anything to do, hey, with the COVID situation or whatever else, you know, but it just seems like it's kind of off to a either slow or rocky start. There may be delays with something, you know, I don't know what it could refer to in your line here, but the Hanged Man is upright. It's almost as if, do you have anything to say about that?
Not well. I might have to work my way there because I'm looking. You know, you sort of reference the idea of the next term starting, and of course that's educational. You know, ideas there, and then I look at the Sun reverse. Like, well, that's not good for education necessarily. It may be saying like maybe this week is a slow start. Like maybe some things aren't in place, and maybe there are some things that'll have to be done without to get going. Like maybe there's just a certain thing that's not in place. I don't know if it's a physical thing or if it's something else. I hate to think about it being COVID parameters again, but maybe it's something else related to the actual, you know, term starting up is just not quite there, and it's
things are not clicking at the beginning of the term for whatever reasons here. And the Hanged Man indicates that, you know what, somebody's just got to take a look at the whole situation. I read some of that. The whole situation from a broader perspective.
I'll just need to know how many are coming because I'll probably want to bake some lasagna and freeze it and bring it up, and then we can, you know, have it out in the backyard or something. I don't know, whatever. Or I'll take it everywhere I go. I'll have one frozen ready to thaw out, you know, something like that. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, you're so goofy.
Nuts.
Well.
I like lasagna.
So there's definitely some sluggishness. The Hangman just needs, people need to just look at what needs to be done from a broader perspective, a broader point of view. They need to open their minds a little bit and not, you know, and you know, and work their way through this, you know, just...
So that's maybe what you were coming up with the Hangman there, because I can sort of see that as saying there's compromises to be made in this time here that may involve, you know, giving up one way or the other. And I'm wondering if that's what it could be saying too, is that you would be asked to make some compromises in this process until things get going more on an even keel.
Yeah, so I think that, like I said, it just seems like there's some issues right from the get-go that need to be ironed out. And as he said, okay, I like the thing about sacrifice in a way. Maybe people have to realign some of their thinking about how some things were supposed to go.
Right. Well, the question for me is whether it's really more theoretical kind of stuff or if it's actual physical stuff, because supplies aren't there. Like maybe, you know, certain textbooks or certain things aren't available, you know, which kind of gives me that sun reverse feel.
There's something really unsettled about the energy. And you know what? With Mercury retrograde, like I have to keep bringing up that elephant in the room. All right. Let's throw some Lenormand. Yes, we are thinking of coming to Massachusetts. So September, eh? Is that when we should do it? Is that a good time for you?
Maybe. We've been there in August and it was almost stealable, right?
Well, you know, September might be better. When was that event that we did last year? Was that in October? Because we might be doing that again this year.
Yeah.
So September is probably
be
freer than October. Yeah.
And yeah, we'll talk on Gmail.
Yes. But yes, Libra and everybody, and Kara, that's right, is a East Coaster as well. Wow.
I mean, there may be more than one stop, but right now we're sort of homing in around that area there.
I'm not looking yet. I looked. You just dropped a bunch of them too there. That's okay.
Oh, does that mean that I should change it for one of
No.
those?
What do you got? Ah!
Ooh! The only thing that could be whipped in a smarting whip is a biting snake.
Well, Angel, you certainly will have to keep us posted on this one. It just, that's not a very good sign either.
Not a good combo, is it?
That is showing, like, you know, something is rapidly going to be shown as being deceptive. You know, that somebody wants to do or make changes. There's just something here deceptive, and I think it's going to happen really fast. It's going to startle some people maybe, and maybe that's why just things are off to this rocky starts. There's delays.
Well, in a way, I could kind of see it coinciding with the sun reversed a little bit, and maybe the others. The idea that maybe what is not quite in place is going to just try to push it into place, you know, just sort of force the will, push it in place, and maybe somebody's going to have to...
Well, I wonder if somebody's trying to force their own agenda,
That's
you know,
true.
And it wasn't part of the plan maybe, and that is just going to wreak some havoc. I don't know if this has to do with the faculty. I don't know if this has to do with, you know, just the workplace in general. I'm not sure, but it doesn't look good for next week.
Well, I can definitely say this is definitely more about your work stuff, not your personal.
Well, he asked for that.
True enough.
Yeah, so.
All right.
I wish I could get more specific, really, but I don't see anything here. It's interesting because we have the High Priestess reversed on the bottom, and I find that somewhat interesting because it shows that people did not use a lot of foresight in...
Or actually decided to misuse their skills or talents.
Maybe.
To hide things or obscure things, coinciding with the sun reverse, maybe.
Right, that kind of is snaky a little bit. Yeah, I would agree with you. The snake is nothing like what it would be in other oracle decks. This is like deception and things of that nature.
Okay, Gina, you've just created, you know, Violet's our moderator and Angel coffee service on Saturdays, and Gina travel accommodations. Travel agent for the spiritually inclined.
We will just have to see,
It would be
indeed.
wonderful.
hopefully, sometimes.
Let's be honest here. We're counting on a couple of things to happen for us monetarily that would help.
I was talking about angels readings still.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry.
Well, let me just do that before you get into our trim. Well, I think that, Angel, it's just going to have to play out. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's picking up just the unsettlement of the Mercury retrograde. Sometimes that happens, I think. Hopefully we did not get a false reading here. I don't wish you bad, but I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a rocky start. You have to let us know. Maybe just something weird is going to come down from admin. And when I say admin, I mean campus admin and not necessarily library admin. But anyway, good luck with that. Go ahead. Go jump in.
No, I think Gina tied it up well. We'll just, take this up on email between the three of us, and we'll report back on it. But yeah, so far it's something we had thought about doing. We weren't exactly sure, but we thought it would be in the fall. And we would just, make our way over to the Massachusetts area and check out some of the sites and maybe meet some of you guys.
I've been to Massachusetts only once. Well, we both were.
We were there once.
Wait a minute. I take that back. I've been there twice because I was to Boston for a library conference. It was either my Innovative conference or I think it was Innovative.
We went to the one conference in 2007 by the local council.
Yes. And I went to an Innovative conference in Boston because I remember all the interesting sites we saw. It was very cool. We did not go to Salem, though, sadly. Anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Violet. All right, so who's up on the list next?
Is it Blue?
Buddy.
All right, Blue. And Blue wrote a question.
Well, there's only two people. Who else am I missing on the list? Let's see.
Kara,
if somebody
Mr.
does
M.
come in,
Libra.
it's only 8:14. We may take more people. It just depends. We'll see how it goes.
Mr. Maurice is somewhere in the
Mr.
Boston
M.
area.
Yes, I have Mr. M on the list.
So he should come to our
He's after
shindig,
Kara.
too.
That's right. I forgot. Okay. He's on my list.
So who's next then?
Buddy.
Blue. All right.
Okay, is staying sober a permanent thing for you? Well, let's see.
Okay. That's the question as I understand it. So it's my deck, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use the Nefertari. I haven't used it tonight yet.
And while he's shuffling, I just want to remind everybody, including Buddy, that we are not doctors or healthcare practitioners, but let's see what the cards just have to say on it. It may offer you some advice.
And Mr. O pops up the disclaimer.
Mr. O.
Sorry.
Timely as always.
Thank you. Well, I know one thing. I'm definitely interested in taking a little trip to Salem.
Yeah, it would be so much fun.
We got peoples there.
Peeps.
Which is honor.
So silly. All right.
Is this like a 13 card? Or, I mean, yes or no?
No, I think we're doing three cards for advice.
So there's the reversed Three of Coins. There's a reversed Knight of Swords. And then there's the Tower. And the Tower's upright.
Well, okay, buddy. You know, it's not going to be easy, okay? So get easy out of your mind. It's definitely not that. I feel that, there's just an uphill battle here in that maybe you ought to consider, I don't know, are you doing this on your own? Are you in a group? Are you like going to, not necessarily AA, but getting any counseling or advising on this? Because I highly think that might be the right thing to do. Because there will be times where you will feel challenged. I think the Tower is here for that reason. I feel it's here to say you will face challenges in your life and disruptions that will, make you waver a bit. They're going to challenge your sobriety. And so you have to be prepared and ready for that and firm yourself up so you don't make the wrong choices for yourself. And that you need maybe support from others to make sure, that you get stronger.
Yes, Blue, thank you. I don't know what your journey has been so far, but I get the feeling like maybe if you felt you had tried group therapies and they weren't working for you, please consider trying them again or finding somebody different. I've heard that they're good, but I think that's what this card is saying, is that maybe you felt the group therapy scene wasn't workable for you, and maybe there's something there that's true to that. I think Banshee's right. The Tower does say this is a lot of challenge for you, and there could be possibilities of weakness or times where you're just not going to feel very strong. But the Knight of Swords is a person that says maybe sometimes they go in and they cause more harm, but they can always find a way to try to realign. I think the cards are saying, the Knight has a quality of being forceful, and you just have to try to force yourself into better situations for yourself, that you can't say no to certain things like, group therapy necessarily.
The good news in getting the Tower upright in this situation, buddy, is that, these challenges that you face can be really real learning experiences for you. They not only test your resolve to stay sober, they will provide you with life lessons that you will be able to move forward with so long as you remain strong. But also remember, you don't have to go it alone. You can seek out help, and make sure that you stay on track.
And I also feel that Knight of Swords is indicating that you, at least now at this time, do need strong guidance from something that's not exactly yourself. You're not exactly the person who can do that for yourself now. You have to be a partner with yourself or with whoever. And so the thing is that if you are having problems with the counselor or the person in charge, then maybe that person needs to reorient, or maybe somehow that needs to be changed somehow.
Hi, Swathi. We were going to close the list. We'll add you to the list since you're new here. We do have a few people in front of you if you want a reading, so just hang on and we will get to you. Let's do the...
But we will close the list after Swathi.
Yes, we'll do that. Sorry, Violet, I did lose a little track with the names on the list, so I apologize.
You'll just have to wait a little bit for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we will be able to get to you eventually, Swathi. You know what? If you can't stay, we'll do yours near the end of the show. You'll be the second from the last reading, so you can just rewind the tape and watch it. But we will do your reading, but we have to take people in order. Okay.
Okay, so I pulled the fish and you pulled the bouquet.
Well, I will say one thing, buddy. I will say there's two things here. I think you're moving towards a period of greater joy and contentment. Sometimes this means prosperity and abundance, but I am a little bit worried in regards to your question, because sometimes I think the fish can also speak of a little bit of overindulgence. So you have to be careful that you do not get your joy from, or think that you can get your joy from, being, imbibing, indulging. But if you go with the flow and, you follow the course, there is great joy in store for you.
Right. The fish and the bouquet together seem to me saying that there's a flow moving you towards that, or that thing is moving towards you. But I think Banshee's wise to point out that, of course, colloquially and otherwise, fish may stand for symbols of excess in our culture. However, one of the things I was impressed with was I didn't see any cups show up in the reading, and
Good point.
Cups has the same kind of application too in tarot, that cups could represent a person who maybe is having more of a problem with drink
or any kind of
substance
indulgence.
So I think that's actually good, and I hope
I hope it's true. Stay strong.
Stay strong, and I hope to see you in the fall if we can pull this together.
And congrats on sobriety. It's a great choice. All right.
And that means
We're on Kira, I believe.
Oh, who gave us that?
Oh, just subscribed. Swathi, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Swathi.
that.
Who's next, Violet?
It's Kara, I'm pretty
Kara,
sure.
you're up next. I see it right there. Daw.
There it is. Yep. There it is.
I appreciate that. We can only be here with you when we can, but we are around elsewhere. We're on Twitter. You can write me on Facebook. There's a message suite there for TFT. Sometimes Divine or other people drop me a line there. Feel free to drop me a line once in a while, or either of us, and we'll try to, cheer your day.
We do what we can. We're only tarot readers, though. But we've met such great people here, and
absolutely, we love everybody.
Twitter and Facebook. I'm just always in awe of the people that have been coming into our orbit, and vice versa. It's just been really a great experience.
How do you want to do that one? Secret admirer, and has Kara met them yet?
Do I have my secret admirer, and have I met him yet? Let's do a yes/no to start.
I'm going to use the uncommon.
Okay. All right.
Because it's an uncommon question. No, it isn't.
So let's see. Do they have a secret admirer? Is that how we should do it, or have you met him yet? Have you met?
Of course, Violet.
Oh, you are also awesome. Violet is awesome. Violet came out of Twitter and just saved the day here for us, doing all of this great.
It's hard to imagine what it was like before you.
So many supportive people in so many ways. Angel Rivera, another one, who I've gotten a lot of knowledge actually from you, Angel. You got me interested in Jack Chanek, who I never knew before, and now I've got that person's book, and I am really getting into it. I really like it. It's for a beginner, I think, initially, but it's touching on a lot of really cool areas, and I really like it. But also, just awesome people. Very supportive all the way around.
Okay, you had the Four of Cups reversed.
That's okay.
I know. I kind of like that. You have the Sun upright.
Wow, Kara.
The Sun, not Sunny. And then, you have the Knight of Coins.
Maybe you have met this person
already.
But I think there is a secret admirer.
Yeah, I think there is. The question is, are you choosing them or are they choosing you?
Well, I think that with the Four of Cups reversed, there's an opportunity here. I don't know. This secret admirer could be a opportune find for you. The sun is right next to that, which indicates to me that this person could bring a lot of light and joy into your life, feelings of happiness, and this person can also be a stabilizing influence for you. It could be somebody who is an earth sign, like yourself, Kara.
Well, I think that they're probably striking to you that maybe in some ways you find them your opposite, so they may be darker or lighter than you. They may be somehow different than you, even if they do have earth signs in common. I just sort of get the feeling like they strike you differently. Maybe that's the sun's, effect there. But I feel this is a really good sign that you probably do have this person, and maybe you won't have to wait a whole lot longer.
Maybe. The only reason I wonder is because that is the Knight of Pentacles, and Pentacles kind of move slow. So,
do you mean they're boring?
Well, they're very down to earth, and I think they're nurturing in their own way. I feel, though, that it might be a little bit slow in developing. But
well, the thing is they could be a little harder to be expressive with their feelings. They really think more about your security and about whether or not you are physically cared for in certain respects when they're in a relationship.
The sun is masculine energy, too, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, of course. So I'm going to pull Lenormand. Oh my God, you saw it, didn't you?
I did not. I saw your look and I'm like, uh-oh. Oh my God.
How does this happen?
I'm just going to say.
How does this happen?
There is more often than
gentleman.
There is more often than not today a real synchronicity between these Lenormand and the tarot. It's like, wow. He's out there, Kara. Maybe there's more than one. I'm just going to throw that out there, that there may be more than one person for you, but because the fish. But also, I feel that the fish is saying he's out there. That it's just a matter of time and finding them. But somebody may be admiring you from afar, or maybe they haven't quite come into your orbit yet, but they are out there.
I wouldn't say for sure, but it is possible that there's somebody that maybe is, pretty set in their life. I wouldn't say successful, but they're okay in life. You're not going to have to support them.
Right. That's what we have for you. Well, I don't think we have to go any further.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome,
We can
Kara.
explore
Good
this
luck.
more next time, Secret Admirer, eh?
Ooh.
Hey, Mr. Maurice.
Hey, Mr. Maurice.
It is your turn, I think.
There it is.
14 days. All right. I think there's a deck I haven't used yet. Which one? Oh, did I use the rainbow one?
And you're welcome, Kara.
I remember. Let's use it.
Gina. Right.
He might be in Massachusetts.
You're going to meet him at the lasagna party at Gina's house.
The lasagna party.
Well, it'll be more than lasagna. It'll be the Lenormand lasagna party. There you go. Oh, Anthony, are you still here?
What? Holy moly.
Anthony, are you hiding on the show right now? Hey, everybody, I won't say the amount, but Anthony
just gave us an
major
awesome, huge donation.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
So
we, of course, will tell you.
I'm going to cry.
Wow. All right.
We appreciate everything everybody does for us. No donation is too small, but that was just so awesome. I'm sorry.
Was I supposed? You didn't even shuffle these yet. I'm so thrown off by that. No, I gotta shuffle again. I'm sorry. I messed up. Whoa, Mr. O, you distracted me.
I'm sorry, I have to focus.
Sorry. Mr. M, next 14 days.
I'm looking at it. And now, of course, I already have my feelings about that.
All right, there you go. I'm sorry. I was like ready to just start reading. We didn't even cut the cards. Oh my gosh. Woo. Wow. All right. That helps. That really makes up for that little kerfluffle with the IRS. We don't want to go there. Talk about Mercury retrograde. But anyway.
All right.
Okay. All right. So what are we reading? Oh, the next 14 days. Well, look what you start off with, Mr. M. You got the Four of Wands here, which is a TFT party card. Unofficial party card.
Is that a table with lasagna in the background?
No, it is not. Stop that. But then we have, I'm trying to look here, I believe this is the Page of Swords reversed.
Yes.
And then we have the Eight of Pentacles upright. Well, so I don't know if you're worried about the next 14 days in regards to work issues here, but I do believe there's going to be a reason to celebrate. Right here,
Yeah,
celebrating the fruits of your labor, perhaps, because you have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is indicative of somebody hard at work or somebody who is being maybe starting something new. I don't know. But I do feel here that this is somebody who's very hard at work, maybe even learning some new skills, because I know that's often a part of that card. The only thing is this Page of Swords here. And for some reason, with Mercury retrograde, I'm just going to say that there may be some communications that get delayed or, distorted in some way, like miscommunications happen. But I have a feeling it's all going to turn out okay because of those two cards around it.
Well, this probably is the studying of the test, whether you did it already or whether, it's what's going on. It could also be saying, too, that as this position becomes clearer to you, maybe it's at the end of the 14 days, you'll realize that, of course, there'll be a whole learning process of learning this new job. I'm indeed a little bit puzzled by the reverse Page of Swords, because I think that sometimes it could only be talking about maybe a little lapse into clumsiness or awkwardness. Like maybe, there's somebody will just say, well, you were really great, Mr. Maurice, but on that one question, you did say this answer, In other words, like maybe they'll go through the process and maybe they'll say where they thought you didn't score as well. I don't really think it could strongly be that. But I do sort of feel like maybe somebody points out something about you, maybe that, is just that little slight ding there. Other than that, I sort of get the sense that there's a lot of success here to be celebrated.
Right. There may be some worries about being treated properly or being judged fairly, but this just looks like there's a reason to celebrate. And, I do think that this card could definitely apply to this testing process. I didn't see your thing there till after. Yeah, the 8.
Well, originally I thought it was because a new job means training for a new job, but I could see it being either of those.
Yeah, it could
and
be.
I'm actually wondering if the Page of Swords just sort of indicates maybe your own sense of doubt about your skill, in the test.
That could very well be.
So it just represents your worry there.
Your worries, because to me, this right here plays right into this card. I feel that, something is going to pay off for you and you're going to have a reason to celebrate. But keep in mind when you have the Four of Wands, it indicates that even though you can take a moment to celebrate, now the work really begins in earnest. You have more you need to do.
Which kind of takes us back to that.
Right. You set something in motion now, and now it's going to mean more work ahead. But it's all good. You're going to be very happy about it, I feel, ultimately. Not bad, but
All right.
We'll see what the Lenormand throws in there. I never know. I'm not even looking. Okay.
Spin it. Okay. She pulled the bear and I pulled the snake.
Well, it is kind of interesting. I'm not sure what to make of this combination. I get the feeling here that, you may have more power and more going for you than you give yourself credit for. I sense a self-deception going on here, that you're worried that you don't have what it takes, but I feel by looking at these cards here that that's not necessarily true.
I wasn't actually going to go there, but I could kind of see that too. But what I was seeing
I can think
was
of something
the idea
else too.
that the whole process of the next 2 weeks will be very empowering to you because you'll start to feel more successful as it accumulates, more things coming through. So it is possible, though, that maybe there will be this one little ding, one little thing that they want you to change for them going into the new job. So, for example, maybe they want you to do something different about your appearance, or maybe they want you to do something different about something else. And you may feel like you'll have to do that, but I don't know if that's actually it either. It just sort of feels like something is a little off in the terms of how somebody may be looking at you. Maybe it's just somebody who's jealous.
That could be too, that it could be the way somebody is looking at you. Maybe they're how they're presenting themselves to you. Like you may think they're being friendly and nice, but they may have ulterior motives. I mean, there could be how should I say this, a snake in the grass. But I also, just a cautionary tale is that make sure everything is up on the up and up as far as what your responsibilities are going to be if you do get this new position, and also what your, the expectations salary wise and benefit wise and everything is what it's supposed to be. Because there's just something that looks a little bit slightly deceptive or off, like Mr. O said. Yeah. And I'm wondering about fair treatment here. But I feel like ultimately you, because of your efforts, are going to achieve something to celebrate about.
I'm having a thought, and I don't know if it's a psychic flash, but I'm wondering if somebody that was on your committee to hire, like one of three, the panel, 3 or 4, whatever it was, maybe they wanted a different candidate, somebody that they knew or somebody that they, liked better, and they were overruled by the other people. I wonder if it could be something like that, and so that could present a situation where you may have to feel you have to prove yourselves a little bit more to that person in particular.
Hey, Libra, you are up. That's what we have for you, Mr. Maurice. Good luck. Fingers crossed for you. We're hoping for the best. I got a couple people looking for jobs right now, and or better jobs, and just wishing the best for everybody.
Okay, so Libra's up for a general reading, and I'll use
then Swathi will be up. And thank you for joining us, Swathi. I saw what you said there about being up at 3 a.m. And so I want to remind you, we also are on Sunday afternoons from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're in the U.S. here. And so maybe that would be a better time for you to come see us as well.
We are a little earlier on the Sunday show, so the best advice is to come as early as you can.
Because it's very busy.
It does get a little bit busier.
Yeah. And we can't always guarantee a reading for people who come late. It just doesn't always work out.
We really appreciate you staying up with us, though. Thank you. And you're very welcome, Mr. Maurice. We are always interested in finding out that you're doing better and that good things are happening for you. And all of our wonderful friends.
All right.
Sometimes our other cats show up, Swathi. I don't know if you like cats, but Sunman is almost always here.
Sunny,
the Sunman. But occasionally Shadow, who's his black sister, and then Sassy, who is his darker sister, but with patterns like him.
gray. Shades of gray, Mr. O.
Shades of gray, just like us. And I'm not talking about our hair. I've been noticing a little more gray in my temples. Just a little.
All right.
Okay, Libra, general reading. And you're having the Four of Wands reverse, which of course is
Our
not...
party card again.
And it's not real bad when it's reversed.
It's not.
We don't dislike it. You have another four. You have the Four of Coins reverse. So you have
No,
two
that's
fours.
cups, dude.
Whoops, I'm sorry. Cups. It is cups. And of course, fours are kind of a good number. They sort of have a Jupiter influence on their own, but it is a reversed Four of Cups. And then finally, the King of Swords upright. And I like that one.
Wow, Libra, you've been having some challenging readings of late, but this is all good. All pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So basically, the Four of Wands reversed is just saying, this is a time to take the opportunity to enjoy the simple pleasures in life, simple things in life. This is a time to take it easy a little bit and kind of take a load off, because maybe, you've had some big decisions or difficult times, some challenges, and, you'll be better able to face any decisions that you have to make or moves that you have to make if you take a little time now to just unwind. I really feel that when I see these two together somehow.
I'm going to take it a step further because
Okay.
I'm wondering if, Libra, you might have an opportunity to financially comfortable take a little trip. It doesn't have to be far away, but maybe it's somewhere with you
to
and
Massachusetts.
the
Well, you're in
kids.
Massachusetts. Never
Oh,
mind. To Gina's house.
but somewhere to where you can just kind of chill a little bit, and it's not expensive, and you can have fun and enjoy yourself. And I think the key idea really is you taking charge of that. That when you decide you can do this, and maybe this is coming in the near future, maybe you're going to say, I could do this. I could take this trip, and it won't be expensive, and it's going to really, be a good thing. So I think that's your general reading, is you're looking at maybe something you can do. Summer's coming up. It's been a couple of years. You might be able to do some day trips or some outings or things.
Have a good night, Gina.
Good
See
night,
you
Gina.
soon.
Good night.
We'll be
Mike.
talking.
Aw. Bye, Gina.
Yeah, so just to add to that, now the Four of Cups is reversed is often about new opportunities knocking at your door. But this is such a card of simplifying your life and taking it easy and enjoying simple pleasures. That's why I think I went this route. I really feel it. What do you... Oh, you've got something. Oh, boy. Not sure I like this. Well, all I can say is if you are having any financial woes at this time, keep that in mind as you are doing this. I feel as though, taking this time will be necessary for you to recover if you've been feeling like, I know you've gone through some cycles of ill health and you've had some issues with some possible COVID thing. So, this is just a sign to do things that will make you feel better.
Right. I think you want to get somewhere where you can really relax, whatever that means to you.
And you don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. So if money is the object right now, don't let it stop you from finding simpler ways to have a good time.
I can't say anything else here. I just sort of feel it does correlate in the idea that you want to really work on what it is that has been keeping you from being happy. And I think a lot of that is saying, really, you just need to have a different view, even if it's just for a day here or there, something to kind of space out.
Yeah, I just look at these two together here, and I think what it is saying to me is that you've had a lot of grief or worries on your plate. You've had a lot, because that's what the fish is about. A lot, abundance. And this is about worry, grief, or stress. And so it's time to lighten it up. It's just time to lighten it up. It will do you a world of good. That's what I think. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Okay, Libra.
Okay, Swathi, you are up.
Hi, Swathi. Thanks for waiting.
Thanks for waiting. Thanks for subscribing and being a part of our friendly chat.
Appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Swathi.
And did Swathi already write us a question?
Nope. I think we got to type a question. All right. And then Violet will be after, and we would call it a night.
All right. Right on time.
You cat. Whoops. Sunny fuzzy butt. Okay, hi. When will my boyfriend marry me? Oh, when question. Well, they're a little tricky in tarot, but let's see if we can come up with something. All right. Is it my deck?
Yes, it is.
Oh. I haven't used this one yet. Let's use this.
We've known you quite a while now, Libra, and we feel the same way. We enjoy you being here.
Aw, just so many compliments and everything tonight, and that unexpected donation, a subscriber. It's awesome. And next week, I want to remind everybody, and Swathi, since you're new, we are actually taking the weekend off next week. We're here this Sunday and Saturday, but next week we are doing a live event. We're reading for people the whole weekend at a local event, so we will not be able to do our live streams. Yeah. And that's rare. That's the first time we've taken a whole weekend off in 3 years. Can you believe that? Seriously. We're workaholics for being retired.
Yeah, it's almost 3 years, hasn't it? Because you were around pretty much in the beginning, I think, Libra, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Close. All right. And Gina.
And Gina. Aw.
And KC. It would be great if we could see KC. That would be such a trip. It's like that. You know that. Just shuffle.
Oh, okay.
It's really not a problem unless you make it one. One of my cards in this deck does not have a back on it, but it shuffles normally. It comes up when it comes up, and that's that. It's a defect in the deck, but it's a beautiful deck. I suppose I could replace it, but it's very usable. All right, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. We'll talk about that. We have the Six of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So, well, okay, so they're all reversals, but what I do sense here is that maybe you don't want to move too fast. So I sense that strongly with the Knight of Swords reversed. Not to be too fast about it. You need to unfold more. And how long have you known this person? How long have you been in a relationship or known this person? If I may ask. Because I think here you need to get to know them a little bit better. There's still some work to be done on making this relationship really more solid.
I get the feeling like maybe this person, your boyfriend, has some things that draw him in other areas where he's trying to accomplish something. But I do get the feeling...
Okay.
I do get the feeling that in some ways maybe he has other pressures on him, which may be why he's not exactly sure. Somebody from his past, maybe it's somebody that he cared about before, maybe they're still around somehow, or maybe somebody advocates for them, like maybe if one of his parents knows one of the parents of this other person, maybe they bring him up, and so that may upset him or make him feel uncertain at times, pressure, and then I also feel too that maybe they want to have more accomplished for themselves in certain ways, and it may be that they're trying to finish school or they're trying to learn something, so maybe they have an idea that they need to finish something first before they can focus on marrying you. So the answer to your question is, I'm not seeing it incredibly sooner. I get the feeling like these other ideas are delaying them.
Well, I think some more time is needed only because I wonder here, I don't know the past of this person, if they maybe weren't married before, but maybe they had a difficult relationship, or maybe there's something from their further past that kind of keeps them from getting too close right now. They need to work out something, and maybe that's why this card is here, the Eight of Pentacles, is there's still work to be done on the self. And maybe they're willing or unwilling to do that work at this time. And I feel that they're hung up maybe on something that happened to them in their past. A lot of times we live in denial that certain things that we've been through, whether it's been abuse or whether it's been broken promises or relationships or difficult childhood, we tend to feel, oh yeah, I'm over that now. But some people, it does leave a lasting, something more lasting and something that they really need to address. And I almost feel like that's maybe blocking them from making a commitment right now. If that makes sense to you.
Yes, I sort of feel like none of this has to do with their feelings for you. I think their feelings for you are the same as they ever were. But I do feel like something really pulls or detracts them from another direction. Sonny is recharging his tail.
Let's do the Lenormand on this because I want to see a little bit more here. But also, I'm going to look at the bottom card.
Okay.
And it's strength. And so I think here the best you can do is to just take a gentle approach. If you really feel that, I know you said there that he doesn't want to marry you, so I think that ultimately, or at least not now, or he's not pushing for that, ultimately you'll have to decide, how long you want to wait this out. My feeling here is, again, this is kind of a more patient approach with strength up right here. This is saying not to push too hard, but just to keep, maybe letting him know that you're hoping that, things can get deeper someday.
I think this is another sign that his feelings are strong and true for you. It just may be that there are other factors that are keeping him from wanting to move ahead with you for some reason. I think some of that is wanting to accomplish or finish something else that he's involved in.
So I don't think we have a real timeline on this because I think there's things that have to be worked out still.
However, the Lenormand sometimes can give us an idea.
What do you got? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the first one was the crossroad, which means, at a crossroad. And the second one was the heart.
So the thing is that they really are at a crossroads in their life right now. They're really uncertain which direction they want to go with their heart. It's possible they could go another way. I feel here that they're weighing things right now. They're still in a position of indecision, or they're trying to decide what they need to do. So maybe applying some gentle pressures or nudges, as opposed to being really upfront about it, like, you have to decide now. It's my way, or, it's me, or it's all or nothing,
I agree with you that 2 or 3 years is too long. I agree
Oh my
with
goodness,
that.
yeah.
I said a few moments ago that I felt he felt the same about you as he has always felt. So I said it that way because I do wonder if maybe that's why the crossroads in the heart are here, is that he still has some other pull somewhere, or some other thing that keeps him from that full commitment. He is at a crossroads with his heart's decision. He could move more clearly to you. What will get him there is probably more likely what Banshee has suggested, a certain level of patience and quiet strength, rather than trying to force issues. I think forcing him is not going to work. I think that's why the Knight of Swords reversed is there, because he does seem to be a person that has to do things on his own, but it doesn't mean you can't try to pull him
Oh,
off.
wow, 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I'm reading that. Well, ultimately, maybe, I just have to say, Swathi, that even though this reading was about him and his feelings, maybe this is you right now at the crossroads. I mean, how long do you want to wait? Sometimes people take advantage, and they think you're going to wait around for them forever while they do whatever it is that they want to do. And so ultimately, maybe you have to make that decision. But I feel here that there is some confusion. There is some lackadaisicalness of him not wanting to decide on what his heart desire truly is. I just sense in these cards that there are some feelings for you, but will they lead to...
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's something I didn't want to say earlier, but I'll say it now. I said before that the Six of Cups could say that there was something from his past maybe that draws him, maybe a past relationship that he still thinks about. But I also think this card could be saying that in some ways he has problems with his maturity, that maybe there's a little bit of the immaturity going on with him.
That could be.
And that could be why he's having a hard time deciding, because he's not really mature enough in some respects.
That's definitely something that can come up with this card, maturity. I hadn't even thought of that. That's a very good observation. Whatever the case may be, it just seems like things are really up in the air right now.
That could be too, Violet.
And maybe that's why we're not getting a time for you, because it may not pan out. So ultimately, you'll have to decide. And remember, some people can have feelings for each other, but they don't always end up in marriage.
I think the idea is clear that maybe you have to be able to have dialogue with him and indicate to him where you are really at, and see if you can gently tell him that you can wait a certain time, but you cannot wait 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can have that dialogue, but I think that's where you're at.
Yeah. Well, I hope this helped some. At least it gives you an idea. He is definitely... I do believe, too, that, I noticed you said there he did have a difficult relationship. It may be very well why he does not want to commit. But, you have a life, and you have rights, too, to your certain expectations. And so I would just say don't give him too much time. But do be gentle for now. I would say if you really love this person and you want to see something work out, try to be a little bit understanding. But, at some point along the way here, I think the strength will have to turn upside down, and a little tough love is needed to say, I've waited long enough.
So we don't think it's no, but we think that the when is very long, or seems to be, and that's what you have to decide, if you can put up with that.
Yeah. Hey, good luck with that. This is the best we can tell you today. I hope it helped.
Good luck. And thanks for helping
And,
out.
feel free to
Violet.
come back and ask more questions about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, we always say tarot is a snapshot in time, and though it looks this way right now, it could be that in a week or so, maybe something could change, or the cards will pick up something different.
Yeah, some different aspects or elements we may be able to chat about. That was interesting that the crossroads in the heart came up, because it really does seem like he doesn't want to decide. I don't think at this time he's ready to make a commitment. So I can definitely tell you that.
I bet you're exhausted.
Hey, good luck with that. Okay, Violet.
I hope we see you again.
Are up.
Hey, Violet.
Hey, good luck, Swathi. And nice to have met you, and hope to see you again here.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Your cards, Mr. O.
Sure. I'm going to use the Uncommon Tarot. I like it.
A message
It's
from
silvery.
Spirit. All right.
We do one from top and bottom, right?
No, she didn't say
Is that how we
that.
do it?
3 cards.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Wow, I guess we are going to Massachusetts.
I think so.
We've been talking about it.
It would be nice. We've been there.
Well, and now that things are a little bit more stable for me health-wise for now, I think it's a good time to take a trip and enjoy retirement a little bit. Well, semi-retirement in Mr. O's case.
Well, meeting some of you guys out there would be really fun. We could
Yeah.
meet several of you out there.
no.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
So there's the Five of Wands. Well,
Okay.
upright. I like it. Don't think I quite noticed it before.
Look at that one.
There's a Three of Wands, and that one's reversed.
Interesting.
Don't we all need a teleportation device? And then there's the reversed Knight of Cups.
Why all negative cards, Mr. O? But not really. The Five of Wands.
No, not really.
Although the Five of Wands is with some negative cards, so I have to say there may be some conflict or some differences of opinion. Spirit is saying sometimes that's healthy, sometimes, because, it allows you to process things differently. It allows you to maybe see other perspectives. I think when there are differences of opinion, it's really important to listen. And when I look at this reading here, to me, this looks like a real Mercury retrograde reading of sorts here. I hate to tell you, Violet, because, you've got this idea of maybe some differences of opinion, and it might have to do with some plans or strategies or things that, you thought might work out, but now they seem not to be. Spirit is saying you just have to go with the flow here. If things aren't working out, retool, readdress, hash things out, and come up with something new. The Page of Cups here is the Knight of Cups here, I think, is just an admonition to not allow your emotions. Spirit is saying, don't let your emotions get the best of you in a situation where there are differences of opinion like this.
Well, I wonder if some of these differences in opinion are also what's coming to you from Spirit that you work with, and that maybe there are differing views here, and that maybe, finding the right one, because you could, I don't want to say disappoint, but maybe your relationships with spirits means that some of them want you to favor them more than favor others. I know this happens in that realm.
Well, I'm just going another way with it, because I know, even though this is a message from Spirit, I don't know if it's necessarily relating to Spirit or not in this case.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, I think, is that some of the things that maybe you've planned and you feel like have not worked out, or you're wondering what the plan is, you're wondering why it's taking so long, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that maybe some of this is differences in what Spirit is given to you. Different voices are giving you different advices, or they're giving you different energies, and they're not gelling correctly, or they're not gelling into one synthesis. That sounds okay in a way.
I mean, I like what he's saying here and all, but I'm just going to take another tact on this, just for you to think about where this might actually be coming, what this might be relating to. I mean, this could be in your own personal life right now, I feel, too. Like either with your better half, or with whoever you associate with, that there is, some differences of opinion that need to be worked out on a path forward with something that maybe just didn't turn out the way you might have planned. And let's not let emotions run high here. Try to work together. Spirit is saying work together on this. So he's giving you one thing and I'm giving you another, and maybe one of those really is what gels for you. But I almost sense, for some reason, Violet, that this might be dealing with mundane concerns.
I still feel it could be, but I sort of feel too that maybe this Knight of Cups thing does sort of tip it into a little bit of the dreamy realms.
Oh, and yeah, she's talking about that too. Mm-hmm.
Right, I saw that.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
It just might be that there's a wrestling going on between dreams and other forms of knowledge that come to you that way about where you should go. Everybody has their own idea about what you should do.
Well, and and Spirit could also be telling you in that regard, I'm just going to go with him for a moment here, in that regard that, if you're having issues with the dream state right now and they've been all over the place, try not to get too stressed about it. Try not to get too stressed about it. It's time to, and don't fight it. In other words, don't fight it. It will work itself out in time. But meanwhile, maybe you should retool and focus your energy on something else right now.
Right. I know a number of people who work with some of the your Reuben and Orisha spirit forms, and some of them do not really get along well with each other, and so you have to be careful about how you approach them if they're more than one that looks down on you in a way. And I imagine it could be the same way with the spirit forces. If I were to think that this did pertain more to your mundane life, then I agree with Banshee that it could be more about interpersonal relationships, either with your family, or maybe just with that abstract idea of other people that may be family. Maybe this is really talking about some of your feelings about that, whether or not they're working too hard to work against your plans. You know who I'm talking about.
That's what we have, except maybe the Lenormand will give us a little more detail as to
I know, I've been going on and on.
No, you're fine.
I have to work for it.
I didn't see it, and I'm not looking.
Yes, you are. You always want to see it before.
My eyes are shut. They're shut.
First one, ship, and then the fox.
So Spirit is saying, make smart moves forward. Think outside the box.
Clever.
Be clever. Don't get wrapped up into things that aren't working right for you right now. focus elsewhere and make moves that, that make sense at this time. With Mercury retrograde too, it's going to mess up our focus a bit, certainly intuitively, as well as what's going on. Let's face it, if Mercury controls energy and electricity, I'm sure there's some blowback as far as our energy goes as well, intuitives like us working with that.
Well, in most of the Three of Wands, there's usually a ship, the idea about something you're waiting for or something you're waiting to do or something like that. So I sort of feel there's a correlation with that too.
It's interesting you say that, yes.
It may be saying that these plans, whether they're the spirit plans or whether they're things going around you, are just going to need your mind to really discern them. That you may be getting all these other influences for these matters, but it's really going to be up to you to kind of figure it out.
I think you will. I think these are very positive here. You will make moves that are smart and decisive. And, like I said, if one thing isn't working, focus the energy elsewhere.
Filter.
Where there is more success right now. And let that go for a while, because sometimes when we step back from things, everything starts to, when you go back in there, it'll be a fresh new start.
I said filter because I get the feeling like maybe wherever this is in your real life or in your spirit life, there's probably too many voices trying to get through to you, and you need to filter some of those. They're all trying to be helpful, but maybe, like I said, you're the one that really knows what is best.
I like what he said here. So make the moves to work with the energies that are right for you. Because this is also sometimes. This is about a work environment, and you're working with spirit energies, and you want to work with employees, or, I'm talking about the workplace here as an analogy. You want to work with people who look out for each other and have each other's best interests at heart and work for the team. So this is saying maybe you need to make some moves to shore up your team and give some the boot if they're not working out for you. Working in your best interests. Food for thought there, Violet. Good luck with that. And that was good.
Thank you.
That focused me there.
All right, I guess that's it.
All right, that's what we have for you. So good luck with that. And that's our show.
And we will definitely have to talk to you later.
And what an amazing show.
Oh, yeah.
So, all the way around, thank you, Anthony, so much for your donation. Thank you, Swathi, for becoming a follower or subscriber. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody today. It was some really interesting
Thank you, Gina,
meetings.
for hosting a pizza party or a lasagna party.
Thank you, Gina, for putting up with us in Massachusetts someday.
And if we never come back, we'll know why.
And, be careful what you ask for when you invite the Mr. Owen Banshee to visit.
Oh, my goodness.
So, hey, everybody, it's been a great evening. Thanks for your time. Take care, everybody. And we will see you Saturday, 4 p.m. Happy hour. Be there. Take care. Bye-bye.